Alright, so coming at you with some more Stormhawk's headcanon. This is actually recent headcanon. This is actually like more recent headcanon that I've kind of come up with in my stories. I've got yeah, with headcanon you can kind of retool it however you see fit, unless you really like it. But yeah, that's kind of the thing with the beauty of headcanon. It's your own canon. You can retcon it however you see fit. And I've done some interesting things with Cyclonis and Aerrow, but recently I've kind of done this, and it might be a little too bleh, but hear me out, because I think it might work. In a weird way, I think it might work. I think it could actually work, so at least hear me out on this. I know Carlotta Studio's already waiting with a club, just waiting come on, let's hear it. Let's hear that headcanon. Anyway, so here's my headcanon. Here's my new retcon headcanon for the Cyclonian family. And this has a lot to do with the Cyclonian family and how in my headcanon it ties into the Aerrow's family, you know, Lightning Strike and being the last Stormhawk. Because here's something interesting. You ever notice how we don't see Cyclonis? We only see Cyclonis' grandmother, but we never see the mother or the father. And we know that, yeah, I guess Lightning is Aerrow's father, but we never saw the mother. See where I'm going with this? Because I'm pretty sure you do. So here's my headcanon. My headcanon is the previous Master Cyclonis, the current Cyclonis' grandmother, was the ruler, and she had a daughter that was ready to rule. However, she kind of fell for Lightning. They had kids. They had twins. However, due to complications, she had the twins but died in childbirth. So here's what happened. Again, this is headcanon. This is not official canon, and yeah, this is just me spouting off headcanon. So here's how, here's what happened in my headcanon. Cyclonis, you know, previous Master Cyclonis, had a deal with Lightning. She had a deal with Lightning saying, okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna let you keep one of the kids. I'm gonna let you keep the son. But I'm going to keep the daughter because it's my, you know, I'm going to keep it because this is my granddaughter, and 1, I need an heir, 2, you took my daughter from me, 3, I can't have twins because if when I die, they're both going to vie for rule, and my whole empire is going to go into a civil war over who has legitimacy over the claim. So, political move, vengeance move, and everything else, all wrapped up in one. Master Cyclonis literally just goes, look, I can't have twins, because if I raise both of them, when I die, you know, they're both going to be, you know, vying for the throne, and Cyclonia will fall into civil war, and everything I built will be done. And you know, I still need an heir, but I still need an heir. So I'll take the girl, you take the son. You take the boy, I'll take the daughter. And I won't breathe a word of this I won't let it slip that you got in bed with my daughter and more or less, you know, betrayed all of Atmosia. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I know it's kind of cold, but really, it kind of makes sense. Like, if everyone found out that Lightning, the leader of the Stormhawks, the greatest of the Sky Knight groups, squadrons, excuse me, the leader of the then greatest Sky Knight squadrons was actually in love and had a, you know, illegitimate kid, had illegitimate twins with, you know, the enemy's daughter, you know, the future ruler of Cyclonia, then, oops, we have a problem here. You know, everything that Lightning had done would be all for naught. Everything would be just totally destroyed. So, and even though he wanted both children, he was only allowed to keep Aerrow. Of course, we know there. So yeah, what I'm trying to say in the long, long story short, what I'm trying to say is that Aerrow and Cyclonis in my headcanon are twin siblings, and they don't know it. And it kind of makes sense, too. In a weird way, like how I explained it, it makes... I'm not really good... I'm really not a fan of the whole secret sibling thing, but how it's played out... But how, you know, we have those gaps between, you know, Cyclonis and Aerrow's respective families. We're like, okay, we know your dad, but we don't know your mom. And Cyclonis, we never met her mom or her dad. We just met her grandma. So, and obviously, you know, we can't just skip a generation now, can we? So that's what I was kind of even though I'm not big on the whole secret sibling thing, it does kind of work in a weird kind of way. You can actually see this all playing out. You know, it can almost work as them being like a evil you know, it's actually kind of like Andros and Corone from Power Rangers in Space. And actually, yeah, that's kind of where I got that's kind of where the idea was coming from, was Andros and Astronema from Power Rangers in Space. That's kind of, you know, where the idea stemmed from. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. So also, that would also mean that Aerrow has a legitimate claim to the throne of Cyclona. That means he is a Prince of Cyclonia. That means, yeah, he is technically a Prince of Cyclonia. So, yeah, he actually has a legit claim to the throne, if he ever knew. Again, this is all headcanon. This is all headcanon. It's actually kind of funny because I told the idea to Jason Voorhees 2011, and he's actually going to incorporate it into one of his stories. He's actually going to incorporate that. I don't want to say where, but he's actually, you know, we kind of talked about it. He's like, you know, we could probably incorporate that somewhere. And I was like, yeah, we probably could. So it ended up being here in the Stormhawks, in this kind of Stormhawks headcanon. Now, again, this is only headcanon. This is just merely nothing more than headcanon, so it's not confirmed stuff. It's not, so, you know, please don't bash me over it. It's just a really fun idea that I had. It's just a long shot fun idea that I had. And I know it's really out there. I know it's kind of going the whole, oh, secret siblings, oh god, no. But in the weird way, you can still kind of see it, because again, and this is the beauty of Stormhawks, Stormhawks has such a big universe and left so many things unanswered that you can kind of play with it. It's not, you know, it's not too hard to grasp, really. It's really kind of, it's something you can see happening, actually. It's something you can legit see, because, again, we don't know Aerrow's mom. We don't know Master Cyclonis' mom and dad. Just the grandma. So what happened? Ah. See? So I kind of just filled in the blanks with this kind of headcanon stuff. So I figured I'd finally just sit down and talk about it and, you know, get your opinion on it. So what do you guys think of this Stormhawks headcanon? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. Really curious to see, especially Carlotta Studio and Master Cyclonis 1's I'm surprised I actually got feedback from her. Wow. That was great. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean, awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, really interested to see what you guys have to say. And Carlotta, I know you're watching this, so I don't know if you're going to throw a shit fit or you're going to like this headcanon. Because yeah, it does this shit makes you think, doesn't it? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.